Howdy, y'all. Today, we're out here at the Abo ruins, which are a little bit southeast of Albuquerque. They're very peaceful, very nice ruins. You can see them in the background here a little bit. They've got a few large buildings with some interesting stuff. And today we're going to be drinking some wine. We're going to be drinking this wine here. It's a rosé, it's French. And as requested, we will be smoking native cigarettes. Native cigarettes. Now, these are $4. These are $4 cigarettes. That's terrifying. That's terrifying to me. I'm a baby and I'm pampered, and I'm used to paying like $8 to $15 for a pack of cigarettes. So the idea of paying $4 for a pack of cigarettes really just puts me off a little bit, kind of freaks me out. But we're gonna light this, we're gonna open the bottle, we're gonna enjoy our Saturday here, day drinking and smoking cigarettes. So let's get started. They smell like hay. Okay, very straightforward branding on the cigarette. I'm surprised that it's not a red band, since it's a red cigarette. But you know, that's how they branded it. Today, I'm using the Brisa Research lighter that has a picture of a ship on the back. I mean, it's not like bad. It doesn't taste like much. It's maybe a little rough. Doesn't taste like much. This is supposed to be a full flavor cigarette. That's what it says. So the fact that it doesn't taste like much is a little funny. You know, your full flavor is as much as most people's light. Yeah, I don't know. It was spring break this week. This wine is pretty good. I got this from Trader Joe's for $7. And you know, it's a pretty straightforward rosé. Tastes like wine. I don't know. It's nice. It's fruity. It's light. Pretty watery. It's 10.5. Pretty nice rosé. I've been buying it just because it's nice and cheap. It's good to have a cheap wine that you're like, you don't hate yourself for buying. Like the Barefoot wine, I would never buy that. You know why? Because they put a foot on the label. I don't want feet. I don't want it. I don't want feet in my wine. What are you talking about? Yuck. Gross. That's when we say gross, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it was spring break this week. It was also St. Patty's Day on Tuesday. I went out for St. Patty's Day, and I was out with my friend and some of her friends, and her friends were something else. They like really wanted to get to the bar like really bad, and it was like 7:30, and I was like, guys, let's like pregame for a little bit. Let's like have a good night, you know. Let's not just like race to the bar just so we can be at the bar. But I wasn't driving, so they wanted to go to the bar. I had to go to the bar. And we got there. It was like 8 o'clock when we got to the bar, and we like sat around for an hour, and they were like, "Oh, it's not popping off. Let's leave." And then we went downtown and went to like a bunch of other bars, but I didn't get to really go to any of them because one of my friend's friend, he kept losing his ID, and I was just like wandering around downtown just like looking for someone else's ID. So that was a goofy experience. I was also quite drunk. The night ended because they wanted to get into this bar that was like definitely like the biggest party that was happening downtown. But the bouncer was being like openly hostile to us and all this shit. So I just talked to my friend who was driving. And I was just like, we should leave. And then she agreed with me, and then we left. Because it was just very clear that we weren't going to get into that bar, and that he didn't want to let us into that bar. But yeah, that was a goofy night. What else? I don't know. I haven't gotten up to very much except for working and I guess hanging out with friends. I've been trying to catch up with all my friends this week and just like hang out with them for at least a day because I've been so busy this semester that I haven't been able to hang out with anyone. But I really got to start writing these essays tomorrow so that I can get a good start on them before the semester starts back up on Monday. So I'm going out tonight, but yeah. What do you think of the Adam Friedland show? That's kind of a fun one. That's kind of a fun show. That's in the zeitgeist right now. He started doing the he started doing Adam Friedland show Unplugged whenever he has like a musical guest on. And it's funny because they're never like they're never unplugged. Like it's never acoustic. Even the guy who like he's like a country rock singer kind of, you know, like even him, he was plugged in and it was like, okay, all right. But they had this rapper on last for that, and his was like totally just like auto-tune and all this shit, and it was like, how is this unplugged? Like this just doesn't make any sense, you know. Well, all I gotta say is that Adam Friedland guy, he's a goofy fella. He's a fart smeller, if I ever saw one. You know, people don't talk about that enough. About whether people are smart fellas or fart smellers, but I'll tell you right now, that guy's he's a fart smeller. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's true. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Been doing that Project Zomboid game. That's been taking up a lot of time. You can play that game for like 4 hours and not realize it. I like games like that. EU4 is another one where it's like I could just sit there for hours and hours just doing little shit forever and ever. Well, I do think I'm out of things to say. So I think I'm going to end the video here. So, bye-bye.